All right, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Dworshak. This is day 2 of practice for the 2-day tournament that is starting tomorrow. I wasn't feeling the first spot that we were fishing at, so today we are fishing at a different location. I'm feeling this one so far. Oh boy. First cast. We've cursed ourselves. This is a freaking good sign, you guys. This is 10 times bigger than any fish I caught yesterday. Heck yeah. Hey, Chris. 18 inches.
No way.
Yeah, first cast. Yeah.
Nice.
Probably just cursed the day, but... All right, guys, 18-inch fish, first cast. I guess we're gonna see if that's a freaking curse or not. Awesome. Definitely has that post-spawn look to him. Back you go, bud. 100%. I say we leave the marina alone. It's a big marina, and I bet there's 20, 30, 40, 50 fish of that size in here. I probably spend half of each day fishing this marina, or at least a good chunk of it. I say we go find a bunch of secondary spots. That was a big fish. I was like, what the heck? I think we're in the right spot. Alrighty, guys, so forgot what I was saying, but welcome back. This is day 2 of fishing at Dworshak. This is the second day of practice, and there's a 2-day tournament starting tomorrow. And yesterday, I caught probably 20 or 30 dink-sized fish, that were 8 to 10 inches. And in my very first cast at this new launch spot, an 18-inch bass. That's more along the lines of what I was hoping to be finding while we're fishing here. So, it's a good sign so far. That definitely lets me know that we're in the right spot. I have an enormous boost of confidence. Oh, just got bit again. I set the hook like a freaking idiot. So my biggest goal today is was trying to figure out where I can find some secondary fish in case for some reason the marina doesn't work. And I think probably the biggest thing I want to do is narrow my focus down so much to the underspin and the tube. And I have a much heavier tube, and I think if I'm not finding big fish under the marina, or fish at all, then I need to go and find the bigger fish. And I know that there's just a bunch of dinks that are just hanging up against these, like, right up along the bank and on these walls here. So this morning I kind of want to test that theory and see if it's still correct. And from the looks of it, it is. Your mouth is too small. I can't even grab you. So yeah, as I was saying, we got to just see whether or not these small ones are still hanging up on the side of these walls here. You got to check your line quite a bit here because these rocks are so sharp. Just freaking chomping on my line. All right, man, I tell you, there's nothing that lifts your spirits more than catching a giant fish during pre-fish. That is such a unique feeling, because I'm feeling good to go right now. I'm feeling ready. I like how few cars we see at the launch, and don't know. I just have this like, it's like overwhelming warm feeling of confidence in the tournament. Does this look as cool to you as it does to me? This is pretty freaking sweet. Look at this. This is unbelievably beautiful. Holy crap. Alright, I just haven't seen a single follower on the freaking draw here. I had such high expectations because I got such a huge follower at home when I took it out. What's up, old bud? Didn't even know you were on there. You're so damn small. 11 inches. Whoa! You said that and I like stood up like, huh? Ugh. Getting bit at 30 feet. This whole side of the lake is totally different from the other side. The other side was just all rock. This one seems a lot more like it was, originally kind of like a grassy dirt transition, but obviously the water is eating away at all the dirt on the edge here, so you're kind of left with what looks like, I don't know, some extended points down there that are pretty much rock at this point. Hard to not keep throwing the finesse jig. Part of me wants to throw the tube, but it's a special situation for throwing that. I did say it's what I was going to do today, though. Throw the heavier tube out deeper. Here I am throwing a finesse jig. Oh, that was a big bite. That didn't feel like a regular bite. I think I just got thumped by something way bigger over here. All right, guys, we're switching to a very heavy tube, and we're going to fish out deeper. Alrighty, guys, this is the heaviest tube I've ever thrown. Very excited to try it out, see what the big deal is. Kind of drifted off of our course here a little bit. See if we can come back. I don't think I need to be fishing at 75 feet, but let's try more 35, 45 to start. Alright, we're sitting in 50 feet of water off of a point, throwing a huge tube. Looks like there's some rocky structure off to my right. Alright, making another move. I'm going to just kind of keep following the bank here. Try to stay around 40 feet or so. Try to. And I'd like to just see if I can find some fish. Or some sort of structure down there that sings to me. At the moment, I don't know if I'm seeing anything. Actually, I'm kind of digging what I'm seeing off to my little right side there. 30 feet deep. Big old point. It's got some boulders hanging off the edge of a big drop off. A couple little boulders there. A couple little spots that could be fish. Alright, making another move. Saw some fish in there, I think that's a tough part about having a fish finder is once you're seeing fish and you start throwing everything at them and they're not biting. I think I might have gotten just too close and scared them, though. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna try throwing this A-rig a little bit. I'd really like to get a bite on it. That'd be fun. I got bit. That's my first bite I've ever gotten on an A-rig. Felt small, but very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Alright, guys, it is 8:52. Got to be off the water at 1:45 today for the final day of practice. And, you know, feeling okay, I guess. Catching the fish earlier was definitely the big one earlier. Still good to know that that spot exists, because earlier, before that, there was nothing. All right, this looks like a very prominent point. I'm gonna stop and fish this just a little bit. Feels like there should be something big hanging out over here. You're too small, bud. Just gotta shake off. Never a good sign when you hear crickets at a fishing spot, you guys. It's kind of, usually, as soon as I hear them, I'm usually out of here, but we're gonna give it one more cast just to be sure. All right, let's see, it's 11:35. Gonna start making a move here. I think we got some limited time. We gotta get all the way back to that launch there, and I'd say that's a mile and a half away. So we got limited time. Thank God we have the dock, right, guys? I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. My only concern with the dock is that I don't know how many people launched from that dock, but right at the end of the day, when you go back to the launch, you have a couple, you realize you get back to the launch 30, 40 minutes early. So you have the option, sit there and like dink around and throw something at the dock, which every angler knows is the thing, or to not do that. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I can't put all 100% faith in a win coming out of that dock, just because I know that there's no way that we're not the only ones that have figured that out. There's no way. All right, guys, it's kind of the last stretch before we get back to the dock. It's gonna, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully we catch something decent. So far, the only keeper fish that happened between both of us, me between 2 days and him in the whole day he's been here, was at that marina. So far that seems like that could be the secret spot. Whoa. I think I got a measurable fish. It's barely. Might be a 12. The hook came out and I still got him. How big are you? Oh my God. It's a 12.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I've never been so happy. All right. So that's 30 inches so far. Heck yeah. That might be another 12. I think it's an 11, but it might be a 12. In which case...
I was expecting so much more when you got the net.
Sorry to disappoint. $11 3/4. All right, well, we got 2 scoreable fish on the port. That's good, because for a while it was none, and then it was one big one, and then it was only one big one. Dang, you know, not entirely sure what to do if the marina doesn't play out. If the marina doesn't play out, I'm scared. Ooh, all right, guys. That's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna call it with that. I don't see any need to keep fishing at this point. I think there's a chance. I think there's a freaking chance that we win this tomorrow. You can't win it on day one, as they always say, but you sure can lose it. I've heard that saying a million times. If you watch any of Greg Blanchard's videos, you know what I'm saying. So we need to make sure we don't lose it tomorrow, and we need to make sure we have a chance at winning it tomorrow. Eek. Let's freaking do it. See you guys tomorrow.